Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And this is a 2020 Mercedes GOE SUV, and for some reason this car is lost Freon, or the AC started to go hot. Just kind of very strange. The vehicle doesn't have a lot of miles, 50 something thousand. Very strange. And the reason why I'm taping this at night is because that's the only way to look for leakage from Freon, meaning that you have to use a UV light, which is this little thing that I have here that I can use at night. And I already checked this a couple nights ago. I tried to look for a leakage around the condenser first, just basic stuff of how this, how um, anybody will try, any mechanic will try to find a problem on an AC system. You look through the condenser first, then you look around the engine bay. And in my case, I did not find anything, but a UV light is highly advisable for you guys to have UV light, so you look at stuff around. Professional mechanics, they know that already, because the ACs, the Freon, in a lot of situations, the systems get charged with a dye, green dye, that actually shows up very fast. But from factory, these cars don't have the dye, so sometimes it's kind of hard to actually diagnose this, because the car was charged, but it didn't have the green dye. I actually ended up recharging this vehicle and installing green dye inside the Freon, so it should be, if there is a leak, I should be able to see it. But so far, I've been investigating for a couple of days now. I have not seen any leak since the recharge, and it's not very difficult to find this because you only have the piping around these vehicles, the engines, everything major is usually, most of the time, it's actually visible. And I mean, sometimes yes, you will find some hidden stuff, but most of the time it's not. And the GOE and the GLSs, I believe I've seen this also on the GLS. Hold on, trying to get this UV light on. Okay, so here's the piping on the air conditioning. Also, another place where this could be leaking is the valves where you recharge your AC. Right here, as you can see, some green stuff from when I charged the system yesterday. You take the valves out. Even though a lot of people don't really recognize this, these valves actually have seals inside. So if you have a small leakage inside, these caps are supposed to seal this. And let's see inside. If it shoots white, green, everything's like white and green. You see, this is from me recharging the system. But you will see, usually inside, you will see kind of bubbling and stuff. It's immediately visible when there's a problem with the valves. And these are the two lines. They go underneath here, and then they go into the firewall on these SUVs. And then you go with this UV light, you go down, and I can actually see the lines going down to the right down there. They go to the compressor, and then from the compressor, there's they go to the one line goes to the AC condenser in the front, and then I think they meet somewhere, and then the two of them end up going inside through the firewall. But anyway, you see the point of what I'm trying to make is you light this thing and you start looking for green stuff. Of course, again, pay attention. You may not have, your Freon may not be charged with the green dye, detection dye from the factory. So you have to keep that in mind, because it will not show. So always check these valves here, make sure that they are actually tight, make sure that they are not bubbling inside again, and that's pretty much the detection of an AC leak. I know right now it's hot, it's summertime, and those are the times when people start complaining if there's a problem with their AC. And I put the light in here to go inside and look for a possible leak on the AC condenser. You will see immediately if there's a green leak somewhere. It should be visible, or if the leak is underneath here on the bottom part of this bumper, there should be visible stuff. So you get my point. And then the other your only other situation would be to check the if you don't see anything around the engine compartment, your only other situation would be to check the last thing, which is the AC evaporator inside the AC, the HVAC housing inside the dashboard. And you check if the AC evaporator got busted by checking for a leakage, freon leakage in the drain tube from the housing under the car. And you can check in two ways: during the day, or even during at night. You need to leave the car for a little while to work so that condensation builds up inside the housing and start leaking under the car. Whatever you see under the car leaking, a wet spot, you need to shine this UV light and see if there's green in the liquid. Or you can look under the car, of course, or like I'm going to show you in a minute, you need to go inside the vehicle, find the drain tube, and actually go open the drain tube and check inside if there's green with the UV light. That's going to be your absolute, like 100%, 1000% sign that the AC evaporator is busted through the tubing if you see anything green. So these are pretty much the major problems that I see right now with the GLEs and the GLS. I believe the GLS, they have a rear AC also, so that one on a lot of vehicles will get busted. So pay attention to that unit in the back, and I'll see you. I'll show you in a minute the AC evaporator thing. So guys, on the GLE and GLS Mercedes, if you are investigating a AC leak, meaning you're losing freon and you don't know what's going on, of course the first thing is you have to charge the system with freon again, which is what I did here. And the next thing, because I've done a few of these GLEs, for some reason they had a problem with the AC evaporator, and one actually that I did had only 40,000 miles. So this one here is exactly what I'm trying to do. Is the same thing. I'm gonna try to investigate if I have freon in the drain line or drain tube from the air or HVAC air conditioning housing inside the dashboard here. Everything that's inside here. You have the drain pipes. On some vehicles you have two. On the GLEs, Mercedes, and GLS, it's only one here on the right side. And you can investigate either underneath the car when the condensation is coming out and you need to put a UV light to see if you have green stuff inside, which would be the freon. Or you can do this pipe here, and the way you have to go is you gotta go inside here, and you need to pull the carpet out through here. You just gotta catch it on one side here, and you need to pull it out. And once you pull it out, you will see this pipe here. Here's this pipe, and this is the pipe or the tube, the drain tube right here. Let me see. So it's this thing here. As you can see, goes down to the firewall, the body of the car, and this is the part where it's connected to the AC housing. You need to pull this out, and when you look inside, technically you should see green stuff. If the evaporator is busted, in our case, to see the green stuff, I'm gonna shut this down, and I'm gonna use this small UV light right here, and we're gonna shine inside and see if we see any green. If we end up seeing any green stuff inside, then your AC evaporator in your dash is busted, leaking the Freon from inside the dashboard, which would be one of the nastiest repairs on a car, because it's an enormous repair that you need to take the dash out of a vehicle and replace the evaporator and the heater core. So as you can see, we don't see anything green. So this is a good sign. In this case, I'm going to install this back in the way this sits, and I'm going to recharge this vehicle because for some reason the Freon was a little bit low. I don't know why. And I'm gonna install the carpet back in so that we continue to drive this vehicle, or we're gonna give it back to the customer so they can drive it and see what happens and see how far or if the Freon is going to leak again. But so far I managed to charge the system back in. It was a little bit low on Freon. I don't know why, but it's part of the process. You do the basic stuff and basic investigation of air conditioning. You check the basic stuff. You check around the engine bay, underneath the car. If you see green stuff, which would be the Freon and the dye in the Freon. Some Freons coming from the factory will not have the green dye, so you may have to charge the system again, or the system with green dye, in order to actually be able to see if there's a leak anywhere around the car. But this is the situation so far. I have not been able to find any leak around the car, and I charged the system back and will give it back to the customer. So we'll see if this comes back or not later in time. But so far this is what it is. And again, GLE, GLS, I have seen the situation with the evaporators busted at low miles. Pay attention to this. That's why you check this drain tube and then under the car, either way. But a very, very straightforward answer would be, the green stuff in the tube directly from the HVAC housing. Okay, guys, please like and please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.